assuming this thing's gonna stay working, because my internet connection isn't really staying with me, I'm just gonna dive into the first Dowser study, so I can at least get something in my belt before my Wi-Fi cuts out. So that was my warm-up. Hopefully this thing will hold. I'm just going to practice a little bit of, this is for you, Mr. Martin. Practice a little bit of the Carl Fleisch cello scale system. It's not for the cello originally, it's for the violin. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay. I'll practice it, but okay. We have this first C major scale. I guess the objective is to use only the C string instead of open, which is normally what I do. So it's all one bow stroke until you get to C, and then the C. So it's down bow and then up bow, I guess. So da dun 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 dun. So one thing I found whenever I do shifts is that I can still kind of hear a little sliding. So I'm guessing I need to hold the string down a little bit, or just gloss over it, so it gives away that, or takes away that noise. I need to do that without stopping the bow. Because my wrist is kind of pronated back, I guess that's what the term is. It's facing back, so it feels like I'm kind of just pulling back naturally. I know I say use your elbow, but it felt like my wrist was actually the reason why I was able to get that last one smooth. So maybe if I do the opposite, moving forward. helps a little bit. Maybe I can work on that a little bit more using my wrist or I guess my arm to get there before my hand gets there. Maybe that's what I've been lacking sometimes when there's a disconnection between my playing. Looks like my timer stopped for that. So I'm gonna get away from this scale book. I do have a lot of other material to cover. Hello to anybody that's out there. This is just a cello log practice. I'm trying to do about 45 minutes of practice time. So the next piece that I'm going to be working on is actually Popper Etude. I'm going to spend 15 minutes working on this one. It's number 6. I've seen some people play it online and it sounds amazing when they play it, especially whenever they play it without like feeling like there's any restriction. One thing I'm afraid of is playing this and then getting like tense. And when you see it played, this person just looks like they're doing this on it. It's so cool. Okay. So I need a plan of attack here, or I need a strategy, because I already know the beginning pretty okay. Anyone that's not familiar with the etude, it's kind of I don't go that fast normally, but that's the idea behind it. It has a very it's a very cool sound too. It's not spiccato, it's all in the strings, but more importantly, when I'm going slow, I need to figure out the bottom section of the first page, so I'm going to turn on my metronome. So each 16th note, each one of these is going to represent my 8th note. So I'll do da 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 da. Trying to connect the dots on that last passage that I missed. I don't want to breeze past it without fixing it. Okay, so since I'm making mistakes at 100 beats per minute, I'm actually going to drop the tempo down to 84 beats per minute. I'm going to work through, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th measure from the bottom on the G natural. successful, I believe. I would like to be a little more sharp, I think, on that shift. So maybe if I get prepared more with my elbow kind of leaning down or my arm getting ready for it, I can get that shift a little more clean. So once again, fifth from the bottom, first staff from the bottom, the G. This section's so weird. It's jarring. Okay, but I'm not gonna lose my focus. I'm not gonna keep plowing through. I want to knock out that section because I feel like I've made mistakes on it before. Same thing, 5 from the bottom with the G. I'm gonna go through that again, and again, and again, and again. 3, 4. Okay, so I got that successfully at 84 beats per minute. Now I'm moving it to 88 beats per minute. That one sounds funny coming up. Maybe it's my imagination. I feel like it could be a little cleaner. Tempted to go faster, when in reality I probably should just go slower to get ingrained it completely in my muscle memory. Muscle memory. 3, 4. So what got me there, I think, was actually looking at the dynamic markings. I didn't think about it before. You're crescendoing to forte. 3, 4. Okay, that section's appearing again. Focusing on the crescendo. I forgot to get ready for that F sharp. Combination into F sharp dynamics. So there, it just changes to mezzo forte. There's no real indication that you ever decrescendo anywhere. So I'm like blazing through at mezzo forte until I get to the third staff from the bottom, the second measure, and it just turns to mezzo forte. So I need to be aware of that going forward. Let me try this passage again. I did feel like I'd get the dynamics, but I think maybe my mezzo forte is too loud. So I'm going to try to reduce the volume on that just a tad. So that section is okay. I just need to remember, like, there's a pattern to it. I mean, you have the A twice, and then you have the G sharp twice. Tempo that's going to be at. So it's good to recognize that pattern just while I have a chance, because once it gets flying, there's no time to really hold back. Let me try this G passage again. Make sure I'm getting it. of Mr. what's his name? Hopper. Alright, so now I need 15 minutes of Mr. Concerto here. This is the Concerto number 1 by Camille Saint-Saëns. This is page 1, but really I'm focusing on today hearing sounded choppy, I guess. So I'm going to try to make it more clear. So I'm going to stop this video because it's going to disconnect me probably in the next couple of seconds again. Alright, well, it was fun while it lasted. I'm going to finish up this practice session alone without anyone viewing. Wait, is it going to work? We'll see.